there you got some more from Zor. It's KZ here from Cape Town. How you doing? How you doing? Alright, what we're gonna have a look at today is this. It is the Drag 3 kit from VOOPOO. Now VOOPOO has brought out a multitude of devices, and fairly frequently as well, but they do try to cater for everyone in the market across the board. So if you were a VOOPOO Max fan, you're gonna really like this mod. If you are not a VOOPOO Max fan, you're really gonna like this mod. And if you don't like VOOPOO at all, you're gonna really like this mod. So in any case, so without any further ado, let's go down for a closer view. Front of the box, you will have your color configuration over there. Now this picture is not necessarily of the color which you will get. VOOPOO Drag 3, we have got social media on that side. We have got some specifications or standing out features of this mod. And at the back you have got the contents, a warning sign, and a scratchy and sniffy. Opening the box, very simple. You are just going to slide it out, and there you will see your mod Drag 3 and your tank. If you remove this and actually lift this up, you will see this box at the bottom. It's very difficult getting this out. You can actually see I've already tore mine. Just give it a nice pull, and then inside this box you will get two coils. The one is a 0.15 and the other one is 0.2. You can just have a look at the picture over there. It gives you recommended wattages, etc. USB to Type-C. Just for the sake of interest, look on the one side, you've actually got a little arrow pointing over there, which you can see there, and which means that if you decide to charge this mod, make sure that the arrow is facing down, or even update the firmware. So you can see the arrows at the bottom side. And then you also get a manual in a whole variety of languages. You can pause just to see the amount of protections this chip actually offers, and also the different indications which you can actually get on the screen. Right, so looking at the tank, I've already got a 0.15 ohm coil on the inside over here. Base stainless steel, polycarbonate and zinc alloy, and polycarbonate again for the drip tip. The drip tip is an 810 drip tip, and it is removable. So yeah, you can use your own 810, but because of the top side, you are restricted to the shape of the 810 which you're actually going to use on this. It does take a total of 5.5 milliliters of juice. That's what you've got at the base. And then this tank can obviously pull out though. Now this base is compatible with the PNP pod and the RTA pod as well from VOOPOO. But yeah, you can see the contact points, nice and neat on the inside. You've got dual airflow, both sides there. Does adjust very nicely there, does not lock into place, so you can go all the way around. But yeah, you can see your three magnets situated at the bottom, which is going to securely keep this guy in place, not going anywhere. Then to remove the atomizer, very easy, just get your nail underneath, pull this out and put in another one if needs be. Those lines over there, does not matter which way you put this guy in, however those lines are aligned, does not matter at all. And there where you see VOOPOO, that's a rubber stopper which you can lift up to pour in juice, but I've already got juice inside here. Just make sure you put it back and it's nice and secure. And yeah, you can see some condensation that's been building up from me using this guy. And that's the tank. Looking at the mod, you will actually see it's got a lot of similarities to the Drag Max, but there are differences which makes this guy way better. The first difference is the 510 which you have got on top of it, which means you can put on any atomizer on this guy. It also has got dual 18650s. I've already got batteries on the inside, but there's a clear indication, negative on that side, positive on that side though, so let's just put in the batteries. Very, very simple. The door has got a little play on it though, and secures very nice and easily. So it's very easy to remove this and to push it back. This is a type of leather which you've got over there, very nice soft leather feel to it there. And then a zinc alloy for the rest of the frame. If we look at the branding, you've got, it almost looks like press burnt, almost like, but it feels like that way. But VOOPOO on that side there. And then very, very small, you've got Gene there, huge Drag 3 on that, and then you've also got Drag on that side. And then obviously at the base, designed by VOOPOO, made in China. Okay, so on receiving it, the screen will have a protector. You can just actually remove that protector and you can actually see a very nice looking screen, very nice. Okay, so if your mod is not on, you're just going to switch it on by pressing the 5 button 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, nice and clear, very nice and clear screen. Normally the screens are 0.96, but this one is 1.08 inches TFT color screen, And yeah, if you know the Drag Max, you're going to see a lot of similarities there. There you'll see an R at the top there. That R is for RBA mode, and that actually allows you to adjust the wattage beyond a point of coil recommendation. If you press it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, you'll actually see you go into S mode. Now that is the safety mode. Now let's say you put on this tank, the recommended wattage for the specific coil is 60 to 80 watts. So currently I've got that at 70 watts. Now quickly see what happens. If you move up there and you go to 80 watts, the screen's still going to be yellow. But as soon as you want to go further than that, it's going to tell you max power. And that's what's meant by safety mode, is that it's not going to allow you. If it's a 60 watt coil, then it's going to stop at 60 watts there. But if you're in RBA mode, 1, 2, 3, there you're on RBA mode there. If you decide you want to change it, you want to vapor at 85 watts, then you can actually do that there. But look what happens if you press it above 80 watts now. Then it starts going into what is called the super mode. So yeah, and that you can go all the way up until 177. You can see it actually goes very fast. And there you got the max power. Okay, it does not round robin however, so you will have to go all the way back. So as soon as you're in this wattage range of the specific coil, then it will go back to your normal blue color. Now if you hold the up and down button simultaneously, you're going to get to this. Now the theme which you currently saw was the iron theme, but let's quickly switch to the core theme though. And then you press and hold the fire button. And then you're going to go into the theme which looks like this. So press it both again. I want to go into the iron theme. I like that. So yeah, that's what you have. And if you're wondering what this little display is at the bottom over there, it looks like a ref counter there. It's actually an indication. I'll show you when we get to the top though. But this guy's got a sensor on the inside that when you vape on it, it detects the amount of clouds which you have in the mouth. So the longer the hit, the higher the ref counter is going to be, the cloud counter, if you want to be that. But you can see on the screen all the information which is on there as well. Even got the cute little drag over there, your battery life indications, your mode in which you're in, the R, the amount of wattage which you have, you've got a puff counter, you've got your resistance of the coil, the voltage, the time of your hit. There's a lot of information on this nice big screen. Something else which you can do, if you press the fire button and the up button simultaneously, then you are going to lock this device. But you're not only locking the up and down button, you're also locking the fire button. Right. So let's just do that to unlock it. And then the last thing which you can do is press the fire button and the down button, and you will see currently there's 29 puffs on this, and this is going to reset your puff counter. So if I press those two buttons simultaneously, there you're going to see it resets back to 0. But you can get a nice comfortable 99,999 puffs on this before you actually have to reset it. 6.4 to 8.4 volts output range, as well as a 0.1 to 3 ohm resistance range. Okay, so besides this multiple safety protections which I showed you inside the manual, the overtime, the short circuit, overcharge, etc., etc., this guy also has got an additional balance charge safety mechanism. So if you actually want to use batteries of different brands, the chip also has got a safety measure in for that. And there's your Type-C charging port. This Type-C might be confusing to some people because they think Type-C has all got the same speed, but there are certain Type-C cables which charge at 5 volts but at 1 amps. This guy I ever charged also at 5 volts but at 2 amps. So this guy's got genuine fast charging. But yeah, very nice feel to it. Nice little stitching pattern which they simulated over there. It's not real stitching, but it feels very good. Feels very nice. Just quickly see if the 510 is spring loaded, and it is spring loaded. If you want to see some size comparisons, that is what it looks like next to the Therion. You can see the Therion is slightly taller and slightly wider than the Drag 3. Same with the Paranormal. Slightly shorter and slightly more narrow than the Paranormal. And about exactly the same size as the GT. There you go. Alright, so let's talk about this mod. I just put off the air conditioner, but I had to keep it on for that while because it's very nice on a hot day here in Cape Town though. But now you can hear me clearly for the most important stuff though. Now first of all, let's quickly just go through measurements of this mod, because I know you want to see the dimensions, and I can give you the dimensions, but there are 2 websites which I found which actually differ though. So the height of the mod itself is about 86 okay, 8.6 centimeters. The width is about 25, and without the buttons, about 50. So the height of the tank without the 510 pin, 52.5. To show you some cloud production on this guy, and actually how that cloud ref counter actually works. Now you can see the ref counter there is in the middle. Now if I give it a little vape, you see the ref counter almost hasn't moved. But check out, now you can fill it up. Almost full. Now let's get it full. So yeah, it's something nice to play with so you can get an idea of the amount of air which you actually take, more the length of the draw which you actually take. So in any case, what do I think of this mod? I love it. I love this mod. So everything about the VOOPOO Max which you did not like, they fixed with this guy. So yeah, you've actually got a 510 pin at the top there, so you can actually use your own tanks if you do not like this. But I can guarantee you're going to like this. Only thing about the tank I don't fancy that much is that little narrow portion at the base. And this guy being 25 millimeters across, obviously you can fit up until the 25 without any overhang. Now the base of this tank is 22.5 millimeters, and the widest area on this tank is 26 millimeters. Now I can understand why they did that though. It's so that this atomizer fits on. If they did not do that though, the atomizer would have overhang. Not in front, but only on the sides. So yeah, 5.5 mils capacity, fantastic. The flavor on these coils are something special. Absolutely the best sub-ohm flavor coils I've ever had. I'm currently vaping Blimey in this, and the notes of this flavor, it comes to life inside this. The only other time I could really taste Blimey the way it should taste was in the Tauren Beast. So that's a huge compliment for these coils. It's almost on par with the Tauren Beast. So it kicks a lot of rebuildable RTAs out of the water. Absolutely. Dust in the eyes, I'm telling you now. So yeah, very easy to actually remove. And if you want to remove it, don't grip it on the airflow. Grip it just above the airflow, because there's a nice knurling situated just above it. And it's a nice solid turn over there. So yeah, takes apart very, very easily. Removing the coil, putting it in, plain, straightforward, simple. As I said, these two coils which they have provided, fantastico. The problem with the Max is the Max was capable of going up to 177 watts, but they didn't provide you with coils that can go up that high. So yeah, and there was no 510 adapter for it. This guy at least has got the 510, so you can put on your own tanks on this, get your own build in those things and push it up to 177 watts. So yeah, they sorted out that problem though. Another thing is you do get different color configurations with it. There is a slight aesthetic change to the Max as well though, although the front almost looks identical though. It's the zinc alloy, very nice. I'm so glad they sent me this specific one, because I was a bit worried though. I know there's black versions as well. I cannot tell you about the paint jobs on those though, but I mean this is raw, so you're not going to have any issue with paint actually chipping off. Battery door works perfectly though. There's battery indications. The battery door is not too loose though, but yeah, it functions great. Now although there's a lot of branding on this, I honestly don't mind it though, because it's not in your face branding though, except the Drag 3 being a bit large though, but that you have come to expect of the Drag range, that they've got the huge branding on that side. But very nice small gene though, to remind you of the nice chip it's got on the inside. VOOPOO over there, not too bad though. This guy's got the same coloration as the zinc alloy, so yeah, not too bad. I actually kind of like the branding on this though, although there's a lot of it. The buttons, the firing button, the up and down button work fantastic. The firing is instantaneous. Amazingly quick, amazingly quick. They state 0.001, but damn, it's fast. I'm not going to measure that though at all. Just going to give you a vape airflow wide open on its widest. See, very nice cloud production. Small little airflow open. Small little airflow open. You're going to get a nice tight vape from this guy. Nice tight direct lung vape. The more open your airflow is, the nicer the flavor on this thing. Absolutely great. I like to vape at 3/4. That's where I like it. So these TPP coils, apparently they heat up faster and giving you better flavor. I don't know what they did with these coils. I don't know if they added something to the cotton, but damn, these coils are good. These coils are very, very nice. And I had another guy just popping here for a visit just to get something while I was busy doing a review, and he also tested it, and he was also blown away. Absolutely. Although this guy has only got variable wattage mode, whether it's only in safety mode or that RBA mode, or whether you're running in that super mode where you can go above 80 watts, you can still connect this guy to VOOPOO's website and actually download the temperature control configuration for this mod. Alright, you will not be able to do bypass or variable voltage with this guy, but at least you can download the temperature control from their website if you're interested in that. I'm however a wattage vapor though, so I don't mind. For me, this is fantastic. The fact that they give you the option for those two different modes in which you can actually run the screen. Don't really see a point of using those two up and down fire buttons to lock the device. If it was only the up and down button that was locked and you can still fire, yeah, I can understand. But I mean, for me to be able to put this guy off, I might as well just press it 5 times and then it is off. So yeah, maybe it's less trouble for you. I've got no idea. The cons which I have for this is that your hands have to be clean on this. It is a soft leather. It's almost like a suede leather, put it that way. So this is going to become dirty if your hands are not clean and you are using this. Most certainly. After some vaping, there is going to be condensation. You can actually see there now. There's a lot of condensation which is going to collect on this guy as well as in the drip tip. I'm talking about the drip tip, the fact that you can put on your own 810 drip tip, but there's not a lot of 810 drip tips available in this specific style. So yeah, maybe you've got one and you can actually use that. But this guy is fine for me. That's comfortable. It doesn't deter from the aesthetics of this mod. So I'm happy with this though. So tank wise, good. I think it's a great kit. Of the VOOPOO devices which I've actually used and tested, I like this one the most. This guy is going to sell extremely well. I will comfortably recommend it to anyone. It's got a great feel in the hand. It feels solid. There's zero rattle on this. Getting in your batteries, putting it out is very simple. The tank, as I said, works well. If you don't like the tank, you can put on your own RBA or RDA or RDTA or RTA or RMA, whatever. You can put that on there. But yeah, the buttons as well. They've just got the perfect clickiness to it. It's just great. The coils are also great. I mean, 0.15, 0.2 ohm coils, high wattage coils. Besides the fact that they give you a recommended wattage, they also give you the wattage which these coils can actually, the wattage range which these coils can actually handle. There's also a little level on these coils, but it's very difficult to see once you pour in juice, but you can see it though, where there's a little level above which your juice must actually be inside here. And just another thing, talking about coils there, if you put in a coil for the first time and you fill it up with juice, close the airflow completely, and then without firing, keep the mod off, and then just give 2, 3 or 4 hard sucks on this, and you will actually see bubbles being created. So instead of letting this guy stand for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and remember your saturation ports are huge on this as well, so it doesn't need to stand for that long. But to speed things up, just give it a couple of toots. This base is compatible with the PNP pod, the 2.5, the 4.5 mil, the RTA pod, as well as the rebuildable one. Magnets keep this guy very nicely in place. It's absolutely not going to go anywhere. You need a decent tug to actually get it off, but it for sure won't fall off when you're using it. Definitely not. And if you don't like the form factor of the Drag 3, here's a little teaser for you of what the future can hold. And this guy can take a 21700 battery, but more about that in the future. So all in all, I think it's a great product. Thank you very much, VOOPOO, for sending this along. You guys came, you saw, you decide. This is Kaiser signing over now. Cheers.
How you doing? Nom nom, nom nom.